Hey, McGinn community, it's good to see you. It's Mr. Lone coming to you from the United States Olympic Trials for Swimming in Omaha, Nebraska. I'm excited to give you a different type of read aloud today where we're not having a book, but we have a buddy of mine here. This is and it's good to see you, Rowdy. This is three-time Olympic gold medalist Rowdy Gaines. Rowdy at the 1984 Olympics won 3 gold medals, won the 100 freestyle, and Rowdy is now the voice of swimming in the United States. This will be your 8th Olympics coming up, or 9th?
This will be number 8. I started in 92.
So Rowdy calls and broadcasts all the Olympic Games for NBC, and he's been here doing the Olympic trials. This is where the athletes are fighting for their spots this summer at the Tokyo Olympics. And I figured I'd bring Rowdy along because, look, he's reached the pinnacle of his sport, and he can talk about some of the things that we've talked about in school, whether in library with me, whether with your teachers. And Rowdy, maybe you can talk to the kids at our school, in this McGinn Elementary School in Scotch Plains, about chasing your dreams and how they can do that.
Well, thanks, John. So good to be with you, buddy.
Thanks,
and thank you guys for having me. I really appreciate it. I wish I could be there in person, but maybe one day. And let me say this, first of all. We do not have bruises on our face. Behind us are these blue lights, so it makes us look really weird. I'm really weird looking anyway, but it makes me look even worse. He looks good, but not to me so much. But, yeah, I mean, listen, we all have these hopes and dreams we try to achieve, you know? And I always tell, especially kids like you guys, I'm living proof that dreams can come true, you know? I didn't start swimming until I was 17 years old. I was a junior in high school at your age when I started swimming. And the reason why I started swimming was because I failed in 5 other sports. When I got to high school, I tried out for football, baseball, basketball, golf, and tennis. And I got cut in every single one of them. But I never gave up, you know? I love sports. Just like my daughters love the arts. You can love music. You can love something. Find something that you have a passion for.
Determination goes a long way, doesn't it?
Right.
Yeah.
That's right. People ask me all the time. They say, "What? If you could pinpoint one thing for your success, what would it be?" And I always tell them, because I love swimming. I think that's one reason why I keep doing the television, is because I just love it so much. I love swimming. I'm not the best. A million people out there that know much more about swimming and technique and everything else, but you can't deny my passion. And that's why I feel like all of us were, I don't want to get too corny here for everybody, but I think all of us were born with a gift inside of us, and sometimes it may take longer to develop that gift. And for me, it wasn't until 17. Maybe for some, it might be until their 20s or 30s even. But we all have that.
Yeah, and what I love is we're at a K-4 school, and so these kids have so much ahead of them, and to be able to try all these different things and to find what works. Is that pretty much...
They're perfect. You guys are perfect age to find that, right? The biggest thing you need to do is love what you do, right? You probably would love to go out there and play soccer, right? Or you love to maybe start playing the piano, or maybe your dad's a doctor or a lawyer, or your mom is a nurse or a doctor, and you want to try to do something like that. 'Cause that's so cool, right? But maybe that changes. Maybe you're in 3rd grade and you're thinking, I really want to play basketball, right? Cool. That's awesome. Don't be afraid to change that down the line. I never even thought about being a swimmer when I was in 3rd or 4th grade. I always wanted to be a baseball player, but I stunk at it. But it didn't stop me from playing it all through my life.
You eventually found the perfect connection.
Yeah,
which is
you
awesome.
know, I found swimming. I found the passion and love of the sport. And to tell you guys, I lived on a lake in Winter Haven, Florida. It's I lived 20 minutes from Disney World. And it was really fun growing up, living so close to Disney World. Right?
Yeah.
And so I lived on a lake, and so I water skied my whole life because my parents were water skiers. And so I kind of was naturally glued to that because of the nature of being around water all my life, which was really a lot of fun.
I want to go over one more thing with you, perseverance, and I'm going to give them the background story of 1980 real quickly. So 1980 comes along. Rowdy is preparing, beginning of 1980. Rowdy's preparing to qualify for the Olympic Games in Moscow that summer. He's a world record holder. He's a favorite in a couple events. And the President of the United States at that time decides, because of some things that another country did, the Soviet Union, that the United States was not going to go to the Olympic Games. Rowdy, several hundred other Olympians didn't get their chance. You'd worked for this for years. 4 years later, and there's a little, and I'll let Rowdy fill in the gaps here. 4 years later, Rowdy goes to the Olympics in Los Angeles, wins 3 gold medals. Perseverance got it done.
Right. And so you have to understand, in our sport, the sport that we love so much, our Super Bowl, you know how you watch the Super Bowl every year? For our Super Bowl is every 4 years, right? It's not every year, it's every 4 years. So something like that was taken away from me. But I wanted to be an Olympian. You know, that was, once I started swimming, y'all, I know it sounds really corny, but I really wanted to go to the Olympics. Once I found my passion, found my love, I knew that I wanted to be a swimmer, and I knew that I wanted to go to the Olympics. And, you know, you have to persevere through good times and bad times. Your lives, right? We all have this, right? We go through these peaks and valleys, right? We go ups, and we're feeling really good. We do really good on a test, and maybe a week later you say, oh my gosh, I didn't do so hot on that test, right? We have these highs and lows, and the champions that John and I know so well are the ones that can live through the good times, which is easy, and it's the champions are really the ones, the perseverance pays off when you have to live through the tough times, and we're all going to have that.
Yeah. Okay, I can't thank you enough for taking the time to talk
No
to these
problem.
kids. Rowdy, I've got 500 kids at McGinn School who they're amazing. And the future for them,
And
roof.
just think, I got you out of class for 5 minutes. That's the best thing of all, right?
He's a good guy.
You could take a nap while you're listening to me. Now you have to wake up and go back to class. So forget about me. See you later. Bye-bye.
Thanks, buddy. Appreciate it. Bye, everyone. Take care.